Hello, welcome to jazzpianotips.com. My name is Max Plaza, and these video tutorials are called An Introduction to Jazz Piano Harmony and Improvisation. I thank you for being here. I appreciate your questions and suggestions as I make more videos in the future. And well, having said that, let's get started. Okay, I'll be talking about shell voicings, and let's define shell voicings. There are incomplete voicings that contain only two notes. One of the notes is always the root, and the other note could be either the seventh or the third. They are useful for accompanying mid to up-tempo tunes. They were very popular during the bebop era. So you can hear examples of how these voicings are used on recordings by Bud Powell or Silver. They work best within a certain range. So if you think about your left hand, your thumb, it's finger number one. And finger number one shouldn't land over D4 or nor below D3. D4 it's right above middle C, and then D3 is an octave below that. And the reasons are because if you go over this D4, then the voicing becomes too thin, and then if you go below D3, it becomes too muddy. So this is a good range. There might be times where you can't really play a voicing, a complete voicing, while you are improvising, especially if in your right hand you're improvising at the mid range of the keyboard. And that's okay. You can just resolve the situation by not playing a voicing on your left hand at that moment, or you can play an octave higher on your right hand, so you don't have to collide with your left hand voicings. That's another solution. In any case, to understand better these voicings, we can use a very famous progression, which is the 2-5-1 progression. And here's an example of that. And we start with E minor 7, then we move to A7, and finally we land on D major 7th, which is the target chord in this case. Here is presented a nice voice leading, right? Within the context of a tune, this voice leading might not be always it might not always be possible. So in that case, it's okay if you break a nice voice leading, and you just go, instead of going from an open to close and from close to open position, you can do two consecutively open positions or two consecutively closed positions, and that's fine in this case if it's unavoidable. So I'm going to show you next how you can navigate these progressions on the piano. And okay, well, we'll navigate the 2-5-1 progression using shell voicings, and I'll explain how we're going to do this. First, I'm going to start with a 2-5-1 of D major 7th, and it's going to be descending and in whole tones. And then I'll start doing the same thing, but on 251 of D, a flat major. Starting in this at the beginning in open position, and then in closed position I'll start on the 251 of A major. After that I'll do the same with 251 of A flat major. Okay, so it's always important to use a metronome. I'm gonna set mine at 120, quarter 120. Okay, so here we go. Okay, let's do now the close position.